I've got the parts out, got the tools out. Let's try to replace the cam belt, or the belt that drives the high pressure fuel pump over there. Got the new parts. It's a complete kit, the belt and the tensioner. Let's make some room over here so that we can see what we're dealing with. I've taken out the air cleaner box to make some more room. As you can see, cleaning was quite necessary. So we have a little bit more access. I think the biggest problem right now is this cable harness. So we'll try to loosen it up a bit or remove it. With the cable harness holder out of the way, I think we might have sufficient access to the belt. Let's try to get this cover off. That was quite the struggle. I think normally you have to remove this cooling pipe and maybe the steering pump line or air conditioning, I'm not sure what it is, I think a steering pump, to gain access, but we can see it finally. That's out. You don't have to mark the timing or anything. This system does not have a specific spot to time the fuel pump, because it only creates high pressure and the injectors open at the right time. So that makes it a lot easier. Just take it off. Here are the old parts. I don't know if you can hear this, but that's broken. The belt itself has seen better days as well. It is a replacement belt from the same brand I bought the parts. So at some point it was changed, but yeah, it didn't last long enough. Kit I bought is from Deco. Here's the number. It's decent quality, not too expensive. This new tensioner comes with a pin inside. It's pre-tensioned, so you put it in, put the belt around, pull the pin, and it's at the right tension. bleeding, it's not a real repair unless you are bleeding. So it's in place around both pulleys. Now you pull the pin. It's tight and installed. Now to put the cover back on. And the cover is back on. That was easier than I thought. Clean the airbox a little bit. Clean the air filter, because I did not order a new one, because I did not know it looked like this, but we will have to do a full engine service anyway. But for now I'll put it back in, so I can hear the engine run. That should be good enough to start it. Only the clicking remains, but the belt is very quiet. So, one problem down. Loads more to go, but we're starting to get somewhere. So we got this new EGR motor. Well, new, used, but we know it's good. So let's see if we can get it inside. I have looped up the EGR valve with some proper lubricant, and now it moves very smooth. So that's moving as it should. Now let's see if we can get this motor back on its place. And just like that, the EGR valve is in. Well, just like that, after half an hour with this tiny wrench, shouting profanities, cursing Citroën, bruising my fingers, it's inside. So, finally. Success! No more engine management light, no more service light. The only thing still burning is the ABS light, and that's because of the steering angle sensor. The diag box still has 2 errors, the signal brake light switch, circuit relay glow plugs, but you don't have to pay attention to those error codes because they come up all the time and they don't affect anything. So yeah, we're getting somewhere. Well, in a shocking turn of events, I tried to relearn the steering angle sensor with the diag box. It said it all was okay and the error is gone. So yeah, apparently it did not know what the center point of the steering wheel was. So for now it's okay. There are still some units that complain that sometimes they cannot get a dialogue with the steering angle sensor. So I think it's best to change it anyway, but yeah, the dash is error free. Let's try some small side project. This RT3 unit doesn't recognize the CD for the navigation system. And when you ask it to try to read it again, it says there is no navigation CD-rom. When you put in the CD-rom, you can hear the drive spinning, but you cannot hear the seek motor running. So I think there's something wrong with that. To get the unit out, there are 2 small torque screws hidden in those tiny holes. Once you've unscrewed them, to get the unit out, open the cup holders, pull out the radio. First we remove the front plate by removing these 2 screws. Then you pull away the front plate. And the only thing connected is the SIM tray, which is a connector you can take off by hand. And there you go. Now we remove the backup battery. Now remove the top plate with these 3 torque screws and these 2 in the front. As you can see, the CD-rom drive stays connected to the top half. Now we can remove the plug from the main board. Sometimes there is this, I call it a botch wire, which is connected to the CD-rom drive around there. In this case it was already loose, so we will try to reconnect it later on. The CD-rom drive is attached to the top plate with these 2 bolts. We'll get them out to separate the drive from the top half. So now we can remove the CD-rom drive. And if you're stupid like me and forgot to take out the CD-rom, put it all back in the car. And take out the CD-rom. Now I tested this in the car. The drive seek motor is broken. It's over there. You can hear the drive seek motor kind of making some noises, and when you tap it, it starts to move and then the CD-rom starts loading. So this motor is bad. So let's try to get to this motor. We have to remove this top plate by removing these 2 screws and removing these 2 cables. Now we can gently remove this top part. And now we can see the drive seek motor. So I went on eBay and bought a couple of used ones. They are the same type number. So let's see if we can change this motor. The motor is soldered onto this ribbon cable, so time to get the soldering iron out. And now we solder back in the new motor. Now to put back this metal cover, take really good care, because these cushioning dampers, they need to fit on these tiny black posts to make sure the CD drive can move freely when the car is running around. Now we put back this boss wire. It's all back in the car. Plugged it in. Let's see what happens. At least I can now hear the Seek motor working. It starts loading the chart. It's an old system, so it takes a while. There we go. Functioning navigation again. The keen-eyed observer might have noticed that this is not the grey C6 but the black one. The grey C6 has exactly the same problem, and well, this is a parts car, so I thought, well, let's try this one first. If it breaks, it breaks. But it works, so I'm not sure if I'm going to change this unit to the grey one or fix the grey one. We will see. So that's it for now. In the next video we will start on the interior work. Fix all the little things that are broken in there. So yeah, we'll see you next time.